Thank you, sir. Secretary McDonald, Mr. Hallinan, distinguished guests, and most of all, our extraordinary veterans and your families. The last time I stood on these hallowed grounds on Memorial Day, our country came together to honor those who have fought and died for our flag. A few days before, our nation observed Armed Forces Day, honoring all who are serving under that flag at this moment. And today, on Veterans Day, we honor those who honored our country with its highest form of service. You who once wore the uniform of our Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Coast Guard. We owe you our thanks. We owe you our respect, and we owe you our freedom. We come together to express our profound gratitude for the sacrifices and contributions you and your family made on the battlefield, at home, and at outposts around the world. But America's gratitude to our veterans is something always grounded in something greater than what you did on duty. It's also an appreciation of the example that you continue to set after your service has ended. Your example as citizens. Veterans Day often follows a hard-fought political campaign, an exercise in the free speech and self-government that you fought for. It often lays bare disagreements across our nation. But the American instinct has never been to find isolation in opposite corners. It is to find strength in our common creed, to forge unity from our great diversity.
It's November 11th, 2016, and I'm watching Barack Obama honoring those who served our country with the highest form of service. The last time that I was at Arlington National Cemetery was March 13th, 2015. And a few years later, after they passed away, I was there to honor my sister Mary, Atkinson George, and her husband Clair George, who was Director of Operations for the CIA and was a true American hero throughout all the Cold War in knowing what was going on around the world to keep us safe. Happy Veterans Day to everybody, and to all who serve, and to all who care about their country.
Every shade of humanity, immigrant and native born, Christian, Muslim, Jew, and non-believer alike, all forged into common service. It's the example of our veterans, patriots, who when they take off their fatigues, put back on the camouflage of everyday life in America and become our business partners and bosses, our teachers and our coaches, our first responders, city council members, community leaders, role models, all still serving this country we love with the same sense of duty and with valor. A few years ago, a middle school student from Missouri entered an essay contest about why veterans are special. And this is what he wrote. When I think of a veteran, I think of men or women who will be the first to help an elderly lady across the street. I also think of someone who will defend everyone, regardless of their race, age, gender, hair color, or other discriminations. After 8 years in office, I particularly appreciate that he included hair color. But that middle schooler is right. Our veterans are still the first to help, still the first to serve. They are women, like the retired military policewoman from Buffalo who founded an AMVETS post in her community and is now building a safe place for homeless female veterans with children.